What if the foundation of our global economy wasn't a natural evolution, but a series of calculated moves by a select few? Picture this. On a remote island, powerful bankers gather in secrecy to rewrite the rules of money, rules that would enslave nations in perpetual debt. This isn't fiction. It's the hidden history shaping our financial reality. But here's the mystery. If every nation is drowning in debt, who's the creditor pulling the strings? And why does the system always seem designed to fail, only to be rescued in ways that tighten the noose? To understand the plot, we must first understand the stage. Money, at its core, is a shared illusion, trust given form. From barter and gold to modern banking, it's always been about belief. But that belief was hijacked by central banking, a system promising stability yet delivering cycles of boom and bust. Enter the shadowy architects of finance, families like the Rothschilds, Morgan, and the elusive Bank for International Settlements, the central bank of central banks operating with sovereign immunity. Through fractional reserve banking, they created wealth from nothing, but at a cost few understood. The question is, were these institutions built for stability or control? Was abandoning the gold standard a mistake or a masterstroke to free money from reality? In a world of endless printing, why does prosperity remain out of reach for most? Our story begins in the early 1900s. After the panic of 1907, J.P. Morgan saved the U.S. economy, yet his rescue revealed a deeper plan. In 1910, on Jekyll Island, Senator Nelson Aldrich and top bankers secretly drafted a blueprint for centralized control of credit. They arrived under fake names, meeting for 9 days to write what became the Federal Reserve Act. In 1913, the Fed was born, officially public but privately steered. It controlled the nation's money supply and credit, granting immense power to unelected bankers. Wilson later admitted regret, calling it a handover of America's credit to private interests. Then came the 1920s, credit-fueled euphoria built on air. The inevitable crash of 1929 followed, triggering the Great Depression. Cause: reckless expansion. Effect: total dependence on centralized control. By 1944, the plot went global. At Bretton Woods, world leaders created the IMF and World Bank, anchoring currencies to the US dollar, convertible to gold. America became the world's banker, yet deficits grew and confidence eroded. In 1971, Nixon ended gold convertibility, the Nixon shock. Fiat money was born, currency backed only by faith. Central banks could now print endlessly, fueling inflation and global dependency. Petrodollar deals with Saudi Arabia cemented US dominance, but tied oil, war, and money into one web. From there, debt became the engine. Developing nations were trapped by IMF loans, forced into policies favoring foreign interests. In the 1980s, high interest rates crushed economies, while deregulation in the 1990s let banks gamble freely. The result? The 2008 collapse. Wealth evaporated for millions, while the architects were bailed out. Post-crisis, the cycle only deepened. Central banks printed trillions, inflating assets for the rich while the middle class shrank. Reforms promised oversight, but loopholes persisted. Even now, negative interest rates punish savers, and new tools like CBDCs threaten total financial surveillance. Fast forward to today, global debt surpasses $338 trillion. AI-driven bubbles, geopolitical chaos, and debt traps echo history's darkest patterns. The Triffin paradox still haunts us. The dollar must dominate, even if it destroys the system sustaining it. 3 truths emerge. First, debt isn't a flaw, it's the system's lifeblood. Second, central bank independence is an illusion. The game always serves the powerful. Third, awareness is resistance. Seeing the pattern is the first step to breaking it. Because the next collapse isn't hypothetical, it's already written. Whether through conflict, cyber crisis, or digital currency control, the next rescue may come at the cost of freedom itself. So ask yourself, in a world where money is created from nothing, Who really owns your future? If this opened your eyes, hit subscribe, like, and share with someone still in the dark. And remember, stay curious, stay vigilant,